Okay. Hi, hi. It is Forbidden, and we are starting another user interview. Hi, hi, Sean. Hello.
Hey,
So,
what's up?
everybody, this is Seanriel. Seanriel, this is everybody. Um, so, Sean, we're gonna start off with a very awkward question because I know who you are. You know who I am, but who are you?
Hello. I'm Seanriel. I'm a VTuber here in reality. I think that's about
Okay.
it, no? I
Oi,
don't know
oi,
what
oi,
else.
oi. He's like, oh, there's nothing else about me. I don't own the no use sticker here on the United States International
Oh,
Server. I'm not known for creating beautiful avatars, beautiful models. I'm not known for supporting my
yeah,
friends because I'm absolutely amazing and I love my people. Yeah, none of that.
yes,
Just
that
it's
too.
just a VTuber.
No,
so
you
so
already
you do
summed it
consider
up.
yourself a
Yeah.
VTuber. So you consider yourself a VTuber.
Yes, I guess.
Why? Why do you consider yourself a VTuber instead of someone who's like using the application just for like communication purposes?
This is a time when I get to interact with people outside of real life, correct?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And seeing people, being able to show different kinds of ideas for streams and interacting with people, it's very appealing to me in a way. So I'd like to try it myself since,
Mm-hmm.
you know, it's interesting to see how you interact with chat, people who you cannot see. Um, but yes, VTubing is a kind of it's like a kind of comfort in a way outside
Mm-hmm.
of real life things. So VTubing is a way I can express myself more, and it's like a different kind of it's a different kind of space, let's say, from real world aspects. So
Okay, okay. So we're just gonna jump right into the whole VTubing streamer, that whole mindset. So, Sean, have you ever done content creation on a different platform? Have you been a face streamer? Have you had a blog, TikTok? Like as a creator, not just as someone who uses the application.
no, I have not.
Oh, really? Would never have known how smooth you are at
Yes, no,
controlling the
I'm
chat.
well, it's almost the same as controlling people in real life, like controlling conversations in real life. It's just different here just because you can't see them, but
Mm.
it's almost the same in a way.
So, with your like real life experience of like controlling like a conversation and like directing it and moving it, do you think what you do IRL impacts how you stream?
I believe so. I believe it does. Like how I am in real life is quite different than how I am here. But what I have learned from real life, I apply it here, such as like conversational pieces and like how to like respond to people in a way also. So
So, I know you're like a big boss man. It's in your bio. um, Crazily enough, you put that
yeah,
out there for everybody to know. um, so do you think your personal culture influence streaming? So like not just like what you do occupationally, but like your background, like ethnic, social, geographic, because we also know Sean has been abroad before. So does that
yeah,
impact who you are as a streamer?
I'd say it does. They get to know like little pieces of me at a time, and of course my values and like what I've learned from other people, like I would bring it out here in the real world and then be able to like apply it also, we meet a lot of different people like in different places and you get to
Mm.
learn so much things, and some of the things are like really similar to like how I practice in life. So it's like, oh yeah, let's just put that in, and they make, it makes a good kind of familiarity for chat. right? They're like,
Hmm.
oh, so this person also, you know, practice this. Oh, this person also has the same values as I do, and the more that they would, stick with you, and yeah.
No, that really does sum it up because it is one of those like you give yourself to chat and you give yourself to other people on the platform and they are able to actually connect to you as like a person. And so it makes people want to come back and view you and to continue engaging with you. Um,
Hmm.
so that then brings up the question of why do you use reality? Like was like how did they get you? How did you get here? How did you get to reality? I guess would be the better way to say the question.
That's a good question. I got into reality because of my wife, who used reality before. She said, like, look, this looks like a VTubing platform. You should try it out. Look how cute I look in this in this app. Look how
Aww.
anime I look. I was like, okay, I suppose I should, get it so that I can watch you also. It's like, you could just sit beside me while I do this, see how interesting it is. I'm like, okay, I
Mm-hmm,
guess. And so I did. And the way she interacts with people, she's a very social person, so definitely like a lot of people came to watch her and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's very interesting. I would try it sometime. So then now I did try it. I made my own
mm-hmm,
account
mm-hmm.
and I keep on watching her streams. I don't stream that time because I'm like, again, um, I was a little bit insecure about how I'm like through the phone.
Mm-hmm,
So
mm-hmm.
I use the person that just watches, until
The
the time that
lurker.
my wife just left. My wife just left reality because she has other priorities to do and other games to
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
play. I mean, she has like this kind of gamer ADD. It's like, okay, I'm done with this.
I
Next,
felt that.
next
I
item.
I know that. I know that.
Mhm.
All
And so
right,
I'm like
so
stuck here now.
you are stuck here. You are stuck here with us. You can't leave. We're gonna get her back
Now
too.
then,
Don't worry. Don't worry. We'll get her back in here. um, but yeah, so you talked about how your wife left, but would you ever leave?
Mhm. That's a very good question. Now, if my priorities are higher than being in this app, definitely I will, because,
Mm-hmm,
again, this application, as much as I'd like to see it grow into a wonderful, um, big app,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
it's not tied to my real life priorities, as you
Yeah.
know that I'm already married and in the future I will have kids and stuff like that and other real life priorities. So definitely I can say in all honesty I might not be here for the longest of times,
Mm-hmm,
but I
mm-hmm.
will be here for the good of times and as much as I
Yeah.
can.
No, that's an important way to think about it because it is one of those like while this may be reality and it may be a way to be somebody outside of who you are, like and expand and share like who you truly are as a person, you do have real life obligations. And so you can't always put the life you live outside of the app on hold just to be streaming and creating content, right? Um,
Mhm.
that's a really good take to have. Now I'm curious about this question. So I'm just gonna skip gonna skip some things in the interview. Um, what
Okay.
advice would you give someone brand new or advice you wish you had when you first started?
Well, for someone brand new in this app, just don't be afraid to just jump into different kinds of streams and content. Like there are different kinds of content that you might like, that you might not like, and from that you can just gather like, okay, there are different people that I can watch and comfort streamers that I can watch when I have a bad day.
Mm-hmm,
Don't be cover those kinds of people. Also, as much as you'd like to stick with one person, be open to like watching other people as well. So if your streamer recommends someone, you should try it out,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
expand um expand your viewer watch list and stuff like that. Definitely. Also, do not be afraid to try to stream yourself because if you thought that you're not gonna have good content, some people do like to watch the content you like to create. So always try to stream. At first, it's not going to be, you know, quote unquote successful because there's only
Mm-hmm.
either one or two people coming in, but don't let that get you down because in the long run, the people you do meet would come to watch you, and new people that are interested in, the topics that you're interested in will come and see you. So it just takes time. It doesn't happen all in one day.
What?
It
It's not an
takes a lot of
overnight
time and a lot
success
of rapport.
story? What? I can't just
Exactly.
bam go on and have 10,000 followers? Oh, I have been
For
scammed. I
real.
have been
Such
scammed.
a shocker.
But no, that
Wow, way
is
to
really
break my hopes and dreams. Just
but no,
kidding.
that is really, really good advice because I feel like a lot of people get discouraged that when they first start out streaming and they get no, either nobody or it's only like one or two people. So
Mm.
I know we've both been there. We've both been. I still have some streams that are like super sleepy. Um,
Yeah, yeah.
what advice do you have for people who have, that one viewer or maybe they have no viewers? What do you do?
Like, so for me, well, personally, I don't get, I won't let that get me down because,
Hmm.
again, there's like, how many people in this app? A lot more.
A lot.
So, like, it's just more than just that one person, right? So if you want more people to see you, I'd suggest that, you go and see other people as well. Give them like a kind of report to like, hey, oh, this person's pretty cool. I guess I gotta go check out their next stream, right?
Mm-mm.
Indeed. So once you stream again, then that person would come in, and then of course by word of mouth, they're going to spread it to all the other people, and then they would choose to like come and see you. So that's actually one kind of way that you'd be able to gain some viewers or gain some friends, as you call it. You know, um, you just don't be stuck in that one bubble of you just have to stream until someone comes in. You have to
Hmm.
do something about it, like,
You need to be
expand,
proactive.
go and interact with other people, indeed. And don't ask for follows because that does not really work.
Oh my goodness, they
That does
ask
not
for
work.
photos. They ask for photos. Oh yeah. No,
It,
it doesn't.
mhm,
It actually puts a lot of people off when you're like, follow me, and I'm like, no.
mhm.
Um,
Work for it.
so
Mhm.
Sean, I know you have a pretty decent following. Do you care about the numbers or do you care about like the engagements more?
I don't really care about numbers. I do care about engagement more because you know that those are real people interacting with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do not expect like how many like all of my followers to come watch me, right? So what matters to me is that the people who do care about my content and the people who do want to watch it visit
Mm-hmm.
me, and that's the important part
Also,
right there.
I sorry, I missed your event club yesterday. I sorry, go man, go man.
It's okay for me. It's all right.
But
There's always another time.
speaking of event club, there is always a next time because I'm going to make you do it again.
Oh my,
um, mhm,
right.
mhm. But speaking of event club, you have participated in the event club more than once. Care to share what you
Mhm.
do with the event
Right.
club?
So I have done two kinds of things in the event club. My first event club was about kokology, which is a personality test, a Japanese personality test where we learn about you as a person through different kinds of scenarios, and the
Hmm.
choices you make actually describes what kind of person you are. So a lot of people enjoyed that and discovered something about themselves that they thought they did not know, but now know, right? That's
Hmm.
interesting. I did that part one and part two. And then the latest one that I've done is a buddy simulator, which
Hmm.
is uh, them rolling and randomizing what kind of avatar I use and rolling the type of personalities they can interact with that particular avatar. And
Hmm.
for the most 3 minutes, they get to interact with me either with chat or in the collabs. So,
Ooh. Ooh, that sounds
mhm.
fun. That sounds fun. So, with the community engagement, with the event club, do you see like people coming back? right? Do you see people coming, like you said, you had a part one and a part two. Did you see people coming back for the second segment? Or was it mainly like new
Yes.
users? Ooh,
There are people who
okay.
came back for that segment because there are different questions in the second one. And there are new people that came by as well, and they were interested in it, and they're asking me, when's the next one? It's like, that's a very good question.
Ooh, so you have
So,
people who
yes.
are like asking you for this type of content. Okay, well, and that helps you as a streamer, like analytically wise, of like, okay, I know that there are people who are enjoying this content that I'm putting out. I can continue to like pursue this content if I so desire, right?
Indeed.
Would you? Is it type of content that you like to make?
Yes, it is a type of content I like to make because I get to discover their personalities as well. Like, it's very interesting to see what kind of answers they give me, and it's like, oh, okay, so you're this kind of person, and they either they say yes or either they say no. That's not very accurate. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's very interesting to see the
Yeah,
reactions to it.
no, no, I get that. I get that completely because I have learned so many things like about myself just by using the reality and like doing these little like quizzes and things like that that people have
Mhm.
or like the questions because it really does make you think outside of like because you get stuck in your own little box, right? As a person, you're like, oh, I do this,
Mhm.
I do that. Um, but it really does make you ponder. Um, I also know some things about Sean, right? Sean that speaks more than one language. um,
Mhm.
so
Correct.
like so like I know I speak different languages, but I only stream really in English. Do you just stick to English or
Mhm.
do you do multilingual streams? Do you do like I speak English in this stream, I speak my other languages in this stream? Like how do you use your language?
So I mainly speak English in most of my streams, correct? But if I notice that most of my viewers speak the same language as I do, then I change it to my, my secondary language, which is Tagalog. Um,
Mhm.
so it's a Filipino language. And yeah, it's a little bit more chaotic than English for some odd reason.
Just
So
a little bit. Just a
just a
little
tiny bit, yeah.
bit. But I know I was talking
Indeed.
to some other users and they were like, yeah, sometimes I only do English, sometimes I only do like French and like they have a very like clear difference in like what language you're streaming in and others are like, oh no, I flip back and forth. I am multilingual, but
Mhm.
my brain just goes flat. It flatlines when someone else starts
Oh my God.
speak. Like I can't focus. Like my brain just goes poop. Um, do you ever
Mhm.
experience that type of moment where like your language just gives out on you?
Oh yes, indeed. I experience that most of the time, a lot of times sometimes, and then I forget what's the equivalent to this
Yeah, I was like,
again?
what's
I
what's the
forgot.
what's the word in
It's
this
like
other language? And then I'm like, you're trying to like,
exactly,
like you're saying it in the other language, and you're like, I know what this is. I know what the word is.
indeed. And I know
But
some English speakers in my chat is asking if I speak in Tagalog. It's like, what does that mean? And I
mm-hmm,
translate it for them. It doesn't, for some odd reason, it doesn't mean the same
mm-hmm,
as when I
mm-hmm.
say it in my own language. It's like, yeah, it does sound weird in English.
It's,
So it's like, oh,
it doesn't translate well. But so
correct.
what do you do when you have those moments of brain freeze?
That's a very good question, for me. I just, it's
But I
either
want to
that
know
I
the
change the
answer.
subject.
I need to know.
It's either that I change the subject or I just, ask my good friend Google to help me out a little bit like, hey,
Google
do you know
MVP.
what this is again? Indeed, Google MVP. It's either that or I look to the chat to see if they will change the subject and we will drop it until, until we go back to it. So, yeah.
No, because like just hearing that like makes me feel better because like I have a very like strict like I will say hello, I'll greet you, I'll ask like how your day is in like the language that they speak, but then I'm like I am an English VTuber. I really only do English because like that's what the majority of my viewers are. Like that's the language that they speak.
Mm-hmm.
Um And like I feel bad doing that, but it's also one of those like I have no confidence in my language skills, which I feel like I should because like when I travel, I speak the native language there, right? So it's one of those like I can do it. I am aware that I do, but I'm glad I'm not the only person who has this the brain block. Um,
Yeah.
so all right, so we've talked about who you are, how you use reality, experience as a different streamer, advice. Oh, all right. So I know you've done the sticker event. You are the wonderful No You sticker.
Mhm.
Um, is there something on reality that you would like to try, but you just haven't yet?
Are you talking about either features or
Anything.
anything in general that I haven't
Anything in
tried?
general on reality. So this could be a feature, this could be an event, this could be a type of content that you've seen that you would like to try out and just haven't. What's something that you would like to try?
Mm, something I would like to try. I mean, the events are very, they're pretty much competitive, and I have already experienced that. However, maybe I would want to try another kind of big event, but I
Mm-hmm,
don't have the, let's just say I don't have the either the time, or I know that I won't be able to make it that high
mm-hmm,
because, like the fear of if I do join in and,
mm-hmm,
people spend a lot on me and we didn't even get it. So it's like, what's the point at that
mm-hmm,
point?
mm-hmm.
It's like one of those fears that I have. But if I were to try, and to answer your question, if I were to try something new in reality, I would like to try to be in the t-shirt event at least once.
Ooh, all right, all right. And not jotting it down. Save gifts for t-shirt event for Sean.
Oh my god.
I want a Seanriel
But yeah.
t-shirt. I want a Seanriel t-shirt. Um, but no, I understand that completely because that's why I've held off on doing the sticker event, and you guys have convinced me to take the leap of faith and just try it, even if I don't make
Hmm.
it. Like nobody is going to feel bad about like if they do spend money trying to like support the sticker. Everyone has been like,
Hmm.
don't let that fear like if we don't win, we don't win. And so like I know
Right.
that to me was super touching and super important that people aren't just going to like stop coming to me. They're not going to stop talking to me if we don't win this event. Um, but I'm also like
And that is
I'm really
correct,
loving.
Charlie.
Yeah, I'm loving these interviews because it's allowing me to like validate the thoughts I have because I'm not the only one having them. It's not just a me thing. Um,
Hmm.
is there anything you'd like to see come to reality?
Oh, you mean the body pillow? Just kidding. But
The body pillow event. For those of you who don't know, the Japanese server has a body pillow event where if you win, you get a IRL body pillow of the streamer who wins.
like, that would be a very funny thing to see in the
Mm-hmm.
American server, let's say. Like, would anybody even want this? That's my question.
Oh,
But
I'm sure there are
but
people
yeah,
who'd be
I would
like,
like to think that.
yeah, all right, so a body pillow.
Yeah.
Um, I also know on the Japanese server they have like more artistic events, like they have singing events, they have
Right.
art events that don't have like you don't have to compete in the like donation. You
Hmm.
just have to submit a file. And we really don't have that on the United States international server. Are those type of things where it's not monetary based but talent based? Would you be interested in seeing those types of
That is
events?
something, yeah. Yes, definitely. That would be very good to see, because a lot of people here, again, are very talented, and, they would want to be seen out there also. And without
Mm-hmm.
the pressure of competition, they can actually, be able to showcase that to people. I believe, I think it would be okay to do that. And also, I know that some people were asking for this kind of event. If there was a if there is an event that would be points only, we'll just see how many people were to contribute through points only without
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
coins.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
difficult without any kind of coin,
Without
donations,
the
but
whale
we'll see
sound,
what time.
without the whale
Mhm.
sounds.
Exactly. Without the whale songs, let's see how well they do it. That's the question,
Mm.
right? Um,
Oh, that would be really, really interesting if you only went off of the live stream points. If like
mm,
not the red ones, but the blue ones that reality gives you. You only get 3,000 a day.
yes,
And you have to work hard
that
to
is
get those
correct.
3,000 points as a viewer. That
Mhm.
would be really that'd be really interesting, but that could also be
That would be
really disheartening
interesting.
for some people. Um,
Yeah. Hmm.
now you're making me think. Now
I
you're
want to
making
see
me
that.
think. I know Reality is releasing a new feature on the 22nd called Reality Rooms. Are you excited about this new feature? Are you going to? Because Sean, we're a bit drippy, okay? It kind of gives away that either we have some people who really, really love us and give us gotcha tickets, or we really like to
Hmm.
use our hard-earned money. um, is Reality
Yes,
Rooms a
true. Hmm.
feature that you would use gotcha tickets or money to use, like to design?
Okay, to be honest. So to be honest with you, no, it's not.
Okay.
Like as much as I would love to design my character, I feel like designing a room
Mm.
is not that appealing to me as a person. I know other
Okay.
people were like, "Oh my goodness, I can rearrange my furniture, make it look nice." To me, it's not that appealing, but I know some other people would think that it is appealing to them, and that's fine.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
okay. But as a
I just want a
personally,
chair.
no, it's
I
not
just want a
something.
chair. I want to
Just
sit
want to sit
down.
down while you stream. I understand.
I just want to sit down.
That's fine.
But I'm with the reality of rooms. I'm excited. Like this is something I had asked for because I want to sit down. I want to make it like
Hmm.
more casual. I want to make it more like a stream setup that you would have through like your OBS and things like that,
Hmm.
instead of just standing here
Right.
awkwardly. Um, but yeah, no, I'm worried about it from like a memory standpoint. Like
Yes,
phones only
that is
have
one
so
of the
much
things.
memory.
Hmm. And it
But
overheats really quickly if there's so
yeah,
much things happening.
yeah, I've
Mhm.
noticed that
So that's
there
like
is
one of
an
the
overheat.
worries.
Oh,
Mhm.
Sean, I haven't asked you this, and I don't know the answer. This is why I'm asking it. How
Mhm.
long have you been on reality?
I think it's now going to be my 10 months. I've been here for 10 months now.
Oh my goodness. All right, all right. I thought you were at a year, but that was
Yeah.
like my ballpark that you were within like the
No,
year. Oh my goodness, Sean! Sean's like I'm gonna do everything I can
I
right
know.
away. Because you've had your sticker for a while.
Indeed.
You've.
Mhm. It has been a long while, but I still am very happy to see that people are still using it after all this
Mm-hmm.
time.
That's because we love it. We love it. Because it really is no, because it's the no use sticker, and so it is just a really good compliment to like send a streamer or just anyone in chat. Like if there's something that's going on, you're like, no, you. It's the Uno reverse.
Indeed, exactly. Hmm.
So with you just being on here for 10 months, then I'm going to expect this answer is no, but you might surprise me. Um, is this your first account, and is this your only account? Like, do you have an alt? And again, you don't have
No,
to
I
answer
do
this.
not. I do not have an
Okay.
alt. I do not have an alt, and this is my only account because I feel like that's too much of a hassle.
Mm-mm.
Too much of a hassle to make an alt. It's like I'm already sticking to one. I cannot
Mm-hmm.
juggle another one.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, this is
Well,
my only account here in reality.
I know some bigger streamers here on Reality have an alt, and they're using the alt to monitor chat, right? Because it's like when
Hmm.
you stream on your computer,
Yes.
like my Nox has 4.5 monitors, right? And so one whole monitor is
Hmm.
just for reading chat and stream. And so they use the
Hmm.
alternate device as like they can use their phone, like their main account, to do their
Hmm.
streaming, and then their alt is there to watch the chat. Um, if you get bigger, would
Right.
that be something you'd be considering, or no?
No, it is not something that I would
Okay,
consider
okay.
still. Hmm.
Um, Does the mod feature play anything into that now that we have moderation?
The mod feature has been super helpful. Definitely
Okay.
100%. Very helpful. And of course, the mods that I have are doing such a good job in keeping the chat in line.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Though sometimes they would like maybe accidentally delete a comment wherein I didn't read it and I wanted to
Mm-hmm.
know what it
Mm-hmm.
is. So, but again, they're doing such a great job and I'm very thankful for their hard work.
Good
And I'm
job,
very thankful
mods.
that reality has given. Indeed. Thank you, mods. Give your mods some love. If you guys have mods, love them, okay? They're doing such good work. Um, but yes, reality has done very well in making this feature possible. One of the
Mm-hmm.
greatest features that they have implemented, definitely.
Would you like to see any revamping to the mod system? Like maybe a hierarchy, like so on Discord in your servers you have different levels of moderation. Would you like to see something like that with the mod feature, or do you think it's just good as it is? Or, any other
I believe
moderation
it's
feature?
already good as it is.
Okay. Okay.
I know, again, I believe this is as good as it is right now.
Hmm.
I don't know if giving. I believe that if they would have any more power than they have, it's gonna be a bit more chaotic. Like such
Okay.
as, for example, the power to ban that person from the streamer and themselves, so both of
Hmm.
them from the stream. Now that's something that's too much power, let's say. So,
Hmm.
but banning comments is good enough already. That's good. Um, but yeah, that's I do think that right now it's actually pretty good so
Okay.
far.
Okay. Because I know some people have like been like, oh no, I want it so that my mods like could kick people out of my collab, right? Because maybe the streamer isn't
Mm,
there and
mm,
if someone's being inappropriate, they could just kick them out of the collab. Some people are like, there should be a level where like
mm.
you have baby mods and then regular mods and then like you have an administrator moderator where that way, because right now
Right.
the mods are all at the same level and so they can block each other. So if they don't like somebody that's
That's
another
true.
moderator, you can get they can get blocked, right? So if you have different ranks of
Mm,
mods, then yeah, the baby mod could be blocked by like the higher two, but someone couldn't accidentally get rid of like an admin, right? Um, but no, I completely agree. I think the mod feature is currently really well done. It is really because you select your mods. That's the thing. For those of you who don't know, you select your own
that is
mods,
correct.
and they're people who know you and like your values, your content. They're not people assigned by reality, and you can have an unlimited amount of mods. Um, I do know
Mm.
someone said that they feel kind of bad when there are only mods in chat. Does that affect you at all? When it comes to stream or no?
So, are you saying that if it's everyone in the chat is mod, is that what you're asking?
So like they were saying that the only people who were showing up to their streams were their moderators. Like they weren't getting any like new
Oh, okay,
viewers. Yeah.
I see. So personally, again, it doesn't really impact what I'm doing as a streamer. If they come,
Mm-hmm.
they come. If they don't, they don't. Um, But yes, you already understand that your mods are the ones that you trust a lot. And, I see them as somewhat of a comfort because I know that, they know what my values are and what their values are.
Mm.
So it doesn't really discourage me in a way, but I understand what you're saying, that the discouragement of just your mods and nothing and no one else knew watching your content make you feel that, oh, it's not interesting enough for new
Mm-hmm.
people to come in to watch me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But again, I can say that it should not be something that would discourage you. um, if you see it something as a positive thing, that at least you have someone you trust in the chat, that's
Mm-hmm.
something good
Mm-hmm.
enough already. But that's what I think. I don't know what other people think, but it's a pretty good thing to think about indeed.
I like that. I like that because again, like I feel like streamers just get in their head sometimes of like, oh no, nobody likes me except these five people. Woe is me. But then it's like
Exactly.
five people like you. Five people are
Indeed.
showing up. They're
Exactly.
engaging. Um,
Indeed. Correct. Hmm.
so my last question
And
is, do you have anything else you'd like to say? Do you have any other advice to give? Anything, like any last words?
any last words?
Hmm.
Um, again, streaming, I know streaming is something that people would like to do and they would like to get big and they do have hopes and dreams of becoming someone pretty famous in the streaming business, as they say.
Hmm.
But of course, again, you start small, correct? You start small. You don't have to rush anything. Um, just because you don't have that much people doesn't mean that your worth is zero. At least there are people that come to see you, and don't let that discourage you, definitely. Also, don't be in your own little bubble. Go out there, interact with other people, check out other content, and if you see that their content is something that you'd like to do, then do it. Go stream. Um, as well. And what's important is that there are people that do care about you and your content, and they
Hmm.
come and watch you, right? Numbers are just numbers at the end of the day, but people who do watch you are the ones that mean the most on that day. Okay.
Hmm.
So either
Hmm.
friends or acquaintances that wants to see and watch you, then that is something that is of importance than just random numbers going up and you don't even know who they are, right? Um,
Yeah.
thank your bots, I guess, for your follows. Thank you, bots.
Thank you, bots. Arigato,
Thank you,
bots.
bots.
Thank you. No, I really
Indeed.
appreciate that because I have a very similar mindset of I want to know my community. I want to know. So if like, and that's why people are like, oh,
Mhm.
you're getting so big. I'm like, yeah, but is it actual people? Like, is it actual people who are coming in and are viewing my
Exactly.
content and are engaging? Or is it just because they see me on like the
Hmm.
recommend page and they're like, oh, I'll eventually go check them out? Or they follow me because they watch me like one time and then they never come back, but I'm just like on their follows list. Um, but yeah, no, I have
Yeah,
very
that's the
much
thing with
that
it.
mindset of I would rather know everybody. I'd rather communicate with them than have this mass following. But thank you, Sean.
Correct. Yes, that is how
Thank
I
you so
feel.
much for
Mhm.
letting me steal your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having me. I
I,
appreciate you also for me.
I know I appreciate you more.